Hello everyone, we are students of Government Engineering College, Bhuj. Myself, Maheshwari Krupa.
My name is Arjun Mappa. My name is Rohan Lalwar.
Measurement of rainfall, water resource engineering and hydrology, guided by Professor K.V. Patel, sir. Introduction. Rainfall. The measurement of rainfall is the process of quantifying the amount of rain that falls over a specific period, typically expressed in terms of depth. This measurement is crucial for a wide range of applicants from meteorology and water resource management to agriculture and flood forecasting. Rainfall is commonly measured in mm or inches, indicating the depth of water that would accumulate on a flat, impermeable surface if all the rain were collected across an area without any of it being lost to evaporation or runoff. Measurement of rainfall. What is rain gauge? To measure rainfall accurately, various types of instruments called rain gauges are used. This device collects rain and quantify how much has fallen, providing data that can be used to analyze weather pattern, climate change and water availability. The accurate measurement of rainfall is fundamental to understanding our environment and managing water resources effectively. Purpose of rain gauge. The purpose of rain gauge is simple: to measure how much rain has fallen in the last 24 hours. The gauge is reset every 24 hours for accuracy, and if rainfall exceeds expectations, a graph is plotted to measure how much rain should fall on average for the following few days. Types of rain gauges. Non-recording type, that is called non-automatic, and recording type is called automatic. Simon's rain gauge and recording type, weighing bucket type, tipping bucket type, float type rain gauge. Non-recording type rain gauge. Simon's rain gauge. Simon's rain gauge, non-recording type rain gauge, is most common type of rain gauge used by meteorological department. It consists of a cylindrical vessel 127 in diameter with a base enlarged to 210 mm diameter. At its top section, funnel is provided with circular brass rim, which is 127 mm exactly, so that it can fit into vessel well. This funnel shank is inserted in the neck of a receiving bottle, which is 75 mm to 100 mm high from the base section and thinner than the cylinder, placed into receiver. Rainfall. A receiving bottle has capacity of 100 mm, and during heavy rainfall, amount of rain is frequently exceeded, so the reading should be measured 3 to 4 times in a day. Water contained in the receiving bottle is measured by a graduated measuring glass with an accuracy up to 0.1 mm. For uniformity, the rainfall is measured every day at 8:30 am Indian Standard Time and is recorded as rainfall of the day. Proper care, maintenance and inspection of rain gauge, especially during dry weather, is necessary to keep the instrument free from dust and dirt so that the readings are accurate. Non-recording rain gauge advantages. Simplicity. Non-recording gauges are simple to use and understand, making them accessible for educational purpose and basic rainfall measurement needs. Cost effective. No power required, low maintenance. Disadvantages. Manual data collection, limited data, risk of evaporation and inaccessibility.
Floating type rain gauge. The working of this type of rain gauge is similar to the weighing bucket rain gauge. A funnel receives the water which is collected in rectangular container. A float is provided at the bottom of the container, and this float rises as the water level rises in the container. Its movement being recorded by the pen moving on the recording drum, accurated by a clockwork. When water rises, this float reaches to the top, floating in water. Then siphon comes into the operation and release the water outward through the connecting pipe. Thus, all water in box is drained out. This rain gauge is adopted as the standard recording rain gauge in India, and the curve drawing using this data is known as a mass curve of the rainfall.
Tripling bucket type rain gauge. Tripling bucket type rain gauge is a 30 semi size circular rain gauge adopted for by US Weather Bureau. It has 30 semi diameter shape edge receive and at the end of receiver is provided a funnel. Pair of bucket are pivoted under this funnel in such a manner that when one bucket receives 0.25 mm precipitation, it tips discharge its rainfall into the container, bring the other bucket under the funnel. Recording type rain gauge advantages and disadvantages. So advantages છે continuous data collection, detailed information, minimum human interval, digital data. અને આના disadvantages cost, maintenance, power requirement અને technical knowledge.